now like to take this opportunity to open up the floor to questions from the audience. I'm going to try to do the best I can and picking people to come up. Sir, if you would, please. Ma'am, if you come up. Ma'am, if you would. And you too. What we'll do is we'll have 4 or 5 people waiting, and then once we get through those, we'll pull some more up. Please make sure that your questions are concise, and please let us know who you're directing it to, or if you're directing it to the panel.
This question is for the entire panel. My question is, how can we trust any of you? How do we know what you're saying? It's true. And Chris, all of you say you're for education, yet the proposed budget was cut $3 million this year. Josh, you said you don't want to pit schools against each other, but you wanted to break up the Board of Education in the districts. We would have done that. Mary Kay, 4 years ago, you said you could support your Democratic candidate. You lost. You lost?
So is there a specific question now?
How can we trust you?
I'll try not to address the records of my opponents any further. But let me say that that's another reason why I'm running to become Howard County's next executive. I cannot trust our president-elected officials because they have failed us in so many ways. Again, please, I can't explain it all. I don't have enough time. www.slowgrowthdunbar.com. I'm 62 years old. I'm the best qualified candidate with 38 years of public service, 33 with the federal government, 2 years overseas as a missionary in Latin America and Colombia. I have life experience. We need someone at the helm of our county government with life experience who's raised a family.
Thank you, Mr. Dunbar.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question again.
We're going to go in the order that we had selected before. Yes, you're fine.
Okay. That was tough. That was cross still. It's a great question. I think at the end of the day, all you have is our records, at least for Mr. Bird and I. I mean, we have records. We both served on the council the last 4 years together at the same time, and I think there are differences in priorities. You talked about education. You're right. There's a $3 million gap in the education budget. But if Mr. Burden's alternative budget that he put forth 3 years ago would have passed, we would have seen an over $130 million gap over the last 4 years. And in this year's budget, it would have been a $36.8 million gap. That's 621 middle school teachers. So when you talk about priorities of funding education, we have a real difference. In that same alternative budget, we proposed cutting the police department, the libraries, the community college, and he voted against the police and fire training facility. We all know that in a post 9/11 world, we've got to give our first responders all the tools necessary to keep us safe. Disappointed that he voted against that, and I'm very proud that we've got support from the teachers, police officers, and firefighters in my campaign. Again, you have our records, and I'm proud of my record. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
How do you know if you can trust? 38 years of public record, public service, and I would simply tell you it's one of the issues that is such a turnoff to so many voters. The fact that you were quite right that a number of people seem as though they can't trust our politicians today. Again, this is sadly nothing indigenous to Howard County. I will tell you that I go in there unencumbered. I'm beholden to no one, no big party, no developers, no separate constituency. I'm running on 38 years of the public trust, and I will bring to that a skill set that I think transfers very well to that required by the county executive. The only person I'll be beholden to, the only people rather, will be the citizen of Howard County, including all of you.
I'm the only candidate up here that's actually been tested by the citizens of Howard County. I'm the longest serving county government official up here. I've been re-elected, and in the last election in 2002, I was re-elected with 66% of the vote. So you've asked, how can you trust me? Ask the people who voted for me. The district I represent is a majority Democratic district, and I'm a Republican, but I still got 66% of the vote. I'm I'm the chairman of the Howard County Council. It's a majority Democrat council. I'm a Republican. Never in the history of Howard County has a minority party member become the chairman. I think that's enough to show you that you can trust me. The citizens do.
Thank you for the question. And let me spend just 10 seconds sort of explaining that particular position, which is I did almost 10 years ago now advocate that the school board go into districts. And my reasoning for that was, much as I talked about during the League of Women Voters Forum, is that to me, when you have at-large representation, you have particular majorities that can elect an entire body. And so my reasoning was that if you broke it up into districts, then you could, then there would be equal representation across the board. So we can agree or disagree on that particular issue. But going to how I believe you can trust me, I have 8 years of service to this community, serving 3 full terms on the Walled Lake Village Board, 5 full terms on the Columbia Council. Where you can see where the things that I have said, I've been open and honest and clear about what I'm trying to accomplish, admitting when I've made mistakes, where we can move forward, and the record of accomplishment.
Thank you.
I believe I'm the only candidate up here that's an Eagle Scout. Josh and I, the Scout laws, which as he knows, the first one is trustworthy. Loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, and careful, thrifty, rich, clean, and aggressive.
Let's give this people a little time. Thank you. Just saying.
I think I'm the only one up here who couldn't be an Eagle Scout. Stanley, I would very much like to answer your question, but before I do, I must say that I believe that, in fact, the reason you can trust me is because I'm one of your neighbors. I have to live here. I have to see you every day. And in that seeing every day, if I screw up, you're going to let me know. And if you're pushing something, you're going to let me know. And if, oh, who knows what you're going to let me know. But, two, I did not support I didn't support Ken Ullman in the last race. I supported the Democratic ticket. I went with Liz Bobo to the Unity breakfast and was supportive of the entire ticket. I think it comes from people thinking that I supported the Republican. I did not.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was a Republican and I did not receive support from Mary Kay City.
Joan, can I have the floor, Joan? I do believe that I am the only one up here who's actually been a Cub master. I haven't been able to tell you this yet, but I have spent my public service involved in being a youth athletic coach and a Cub master. And I was a Cub master for 3 years. I was sought after by the Cub Scout leaders in that pack for 2 months before they convinced me to become their children's Cub master. And I think they saw that I possessed the values that they wanted presented to their young children. Okay? And that's why I think you can trust me. That means that you can, I believe, other people sought me out to be their coach for their young kids' teams. They saw that I had the values, which include trust and integrity, fairness, and reasonableness. Okay? These are the things that you want in your elected officials. And I believe those are the things that other people have, by selecting me to lead their children, should tell you that you can trust me.
Thank you.